What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hess Toy Truck Zone. I know it's been a while. This is your host, Jack Principe. Today we are covering the 1986 Hess Toy Fire Truck. And just by the looks of this thing, I love the front of this. The front is just all detailed in chrome. I find a lot of these trucks, like back in the day, like had more chrome or more detail to them. And if I zoom in here, you can see like a lot of the um the different door parts or whatever, or these different fire truck tools that they would use to, like, rescue people or whatever. You can see on the top there's these little hoses. You can't unravel these, but they do look really good for decoration purposes. And then look at this ladder. This ladder is so long. It rotates. This ladder rotates 360 degrees, as most of them do in the Hess lineup. Well, this one's a little hard to do. Maybe because it's just old. But yeah, you get the picture. Anyway, this does not have any sounds, but this is the first use of flashing lights, and this is also the first use of a actual fire truck that's not based off a real life, fire truck, as was the prior one in 1970 to 1971. But yeah, this is also a lot of these too have this thing called, I know a lot of collectors are familiar with this, but they have like this gold tint to them. Hess never made a gold truck. I just want to clarify that to the newbies here who are watching this. The reason why some of them, or a lot of them actually back in the day, were gold tinted was because there was a lot of discoloration with a lot of these parts, a lot of these chrome parts. I don't know why. I'm still researching that, but that was a big issue back in the 70s, 80s era. But anyway, that would explain why you see like a lot of this gold discoloration up and down and along these old trucks. But anyway, I think it's kind of cool, honestly. Some people might not have the same opinion as I do, but it does. I feel like it gives it like more of a valuable look, if that makes sense. I really feel like it stands out. But yeah, that's why a lot of these were gold tinted, or wound up becoming gold tinted in the long run. But yeah, anyway, yeah, this is really cool. I usually like the ones with sounds better, but this one actually has kind of grown on me. This one is pretty impressive. It definitely has some fine detail to it. Um, this, I believe, yeah, this went for about $5.49 when it came out at the Hess stations. Um, but yeah, anyway, let's I'll show you guys I'll show you this truck in action, because this, you ain't seen nothing till you've seen this truck on a on a 360 degree display disc, moving or whatever, or rotating. So I'm going to show you that now. So before, actually, you actually can watch it now, but as I was reading, actually, this is actually, I don't know if I said this, but I'm going to say this again, but this is actually the first use of multiple lights and first use of multiple switches. So this is the first model to actually have both of those features. Before that, they didn't have, a bunch of multiple switches that came with these trucks. So 1986 was like the big year for Hess with that, with a lot of the multiple switches that most of us are familiar with, like the flashers and stuff. Now this doesn't have sounds, like I said, but it's still cool. It's really, I don't know, it's like, it feels realistic to me in a way, but I know it's not really realistic, and I know it's not really based off a real life vehicle or a real life fire truck, but it's definitely a cool fire truck. My opinions about it, it ain't like the 1970 to 1971 fire truck, but it is cool. I think I I get asked this a great deal or whatever, but people ask me, they're like, do you what's your favorite fire truck from the Hess fleet? And I look at them and I'm like, it's really hard to compare. They're all different in their own way, so I can't really compare and contrast these types of trucks and all the trucks in the fleet. They all have different features and they all are good in their own way. But yeah, this one, I actually, last year I really started getting this out of the box and really started like really testing it and looking at it and really started visualizing it. Like I really started like really appreciating it, because I liked a lot of fire trucks today too. But the problem with a lot of fire trucks today, well, I just feel like they don't have like as much like shininess to them, you know, like these old ones did, you know. So I feel like I still like them though. I still love them. Don't get me wrong, but I just wish they would kind of bring like the old school look back and the chrome plating back or whatever. That would be nice. This is supposed to be a very big year for Hess, by the way. We're supposed to get like four like different like trucks or whatever this year, or actually, we're supposed to get like two trucks, one mini collection, and one plushie. Now, I don't collect the plushies, but a lot of people do collect the plushies, and I think it's a great thing that Hess came out with that for the youngsters. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what 2026 will bring with you know, the Hess truck fleet. So I'm gonna close this video with saying I hope you guys all have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.